Hello, my name is Bessim and welcome to my new video where I will talk about marketing. Marketing is one of those subjects that seems so simple and straightforward. However, in this video I'll try to show that marketing as a subject and approach is much bigger and in a way simpler than the glamorized and fancy notion of marketing many are familiar with. I'll start with a standard definition that I took from the American Marketing Association, which says that the marketing is the activity, set of institutions and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers, clients, partners, and society at large. It sounds elegant and sophisticated, but not really something we can relate to intuitively. It mentions customers, clients, partners, and society, but it's not really clear who does what and how marketing is related to them. An alternative way to describe marketing would be in the form of flow of information from customers to the company and back. In this exchange of information that works like information loop, the company analyzes, understands, and defines customer needs, preferences, and pain points, and then communicates value, updates, and solutions back to the customer. The flow of information works like a feedback loop or information loop and has three key elements. The first one is research, or the effort to understand what customers want by collecting and analyzing information about their preferences and behaviors. The second element is transferring or passing the information, or the activity of communicating the research information to the appropriate person or teams so that the company can develop products or services customers want. The third element is advertising, which is nothing but informing or persuading customers that the company has products or services they want. It is important to emphasize that since human preferences and tastes are dynamic in nature, they change always. This cycle should be continuous and ever evolving. Now we'll take examples to illustrate how this concept works in practice. The first example is McDonald's. McDonald's is a global fast food chain that operates in many markets, and each market obviously comes with somewhat unique customer preferences. Now, to meet a variety of customer preferences, McDonald's uses a continuous marketing information loop. To make the example more interesting, I will show how McDonald's would use a marketing information loop to tailor its products to local preferences in Mexico. In the table, you can see that as part of the research, McDonald's Mexico gathers a lot of insights on local preferences. And let's say it might learn that customers in Mexico enjoy spicy flavors. Well, it takes that information, it takes that insight, and shares it with the product development team, who then explores ways to incorporate these flavors into the menu. As a result, McDonald's Mexico might develop items like McMullets and spicy burgers or something like that. And once these products are developed, and then they will launch this promotional campaign, which is basically a communication effort. Like they take that information and they transfer it to customer. They're trying to persuade the customers that actually they developed the product they initially wanted. And they might run ads like highlighting Mexican-inspired flavors with different slogans, like Más Sabor, Más Mexico, more flavor, more Mexico, or something like that. So that's the information loop that McDonald's might use in Mexico or in some other country. And it as I said, information loop, it's dynamic, it changes, and it's running always. The second example, it's a BMW service center. And it's important to notice that even service industries like automotive service centers can use marketing information loop to enhance customer satisfaction and introduce new services. Now, as part of research, BMW Service Center regularly collects customer complaints, analyzes them, then gets feedback from surveys, and analyzes this data to understand common issues and customer needs. And lo and behold, they might discover that customers are frustrated with the time it takes for routine maintenance like oil change. Well, this information is shared with management operations teams who might brainstorm and come up with different solutions. And one of the solutions might be to develop a new fast lane service that includes a pickup and drop off options for routine maintenance like oil service. Once this kind of it's established, it's fixed, it's packaged, then the service center will promote this new offering, new service to customers via emails, text messages, and social media. And then customers will become aware that there is a new pickup and drop-off service, something they wanted in the first place, but not directly, but more they gave hint to companies through their frustration and complaints. Now, as I said, the marketing information loop applies to both manufacturing and service industries, as well as small and big companies. Now, why is this important? Advertising is effective only if it hits the target we aim at. Without a target, obviously it's futile to throw any darts. Without research and internal communication with relevant people and departments, advertising could be a waste of time and money. Research gives us the target. Transferring the information produces the arrow, let's say, and advertising is basically throwing that arrow onto a target. Now you need to differentiate between marketing and advertising, as the latter is just one component, while the former is a continuous process that runs in cycles. Tip for the end: before you conduct an advertising campaign, get the research data and consult with your engineering or production team. Thank you.